Okay. Good evening all. My name is Said Manzoor. I'm the project manager for the Dudley Road Improvement Revised Scheme. Firstly, I would like to thank you all for your attendance, and I'll be going through the process for the consultation briefing as well. I'll go through the presentation and talk through providing some detail on a zone-by-zone basis for the scheme, and we will look to respond to questions at the end of the presentation. So during the briefing, please feel free to submit your questions via the chat, where your questions will be noted and we responded to at the end of the briefing, dependent on time, as we have until 6 o'clock. Where questions are unable to be answered, we will provide a separate response. So thank you for that. So just a bit of background to the scheme. The original scheme was approved by Cabinet in June 2018. And in light of COVID-19 and the emergency travel plan, there was a number of schemes that were put on hold, and we were asked to review and assess making significant changes to the scheme in line with the emergency travel plan. So the Dudley Road revised scheme is well developed and provides wider footways, new segregated cycling paths to cater for non-motorised users, the provision of bus lanes along the corridor alongside carriageway widening to support the increased traffic capacity. The aims of the scheme, the proposals complement one or more of the following to align with the vision of the principles and objectives of the emergency travel plan, as well as the active travel plan. So the following objectives are, as you can see on the presentation outlined below. We're looking to reallocate space away from single occupancy vehicles, create a safe space for walking, cycling and social distancing while maintaining public transport provision. We're looking to transform the city centre through the creation of walking and cycling routes alongside public transport services and limited access for private cars. Prioritising active travel in local neighbourhoods, so walking and cycling is the way most people get around the local area most of the time. And local areas should be places where people are put first to create stronger communities with space and exercise for play. We are looking to manage demand through parking measures, where the land and space currently occupied by car parking is repurposed for walking and cycling, social distancing. So in terms of scheme's objectives, we are looking to make some significant improvements to the network efficiency by reducing congestion as part of the corridor designation. Significant benefits will be provided to public transport operations by making improvements to signalised junctions, linking the signals with bus detection and improving the bus journey time. This will also support regeneration initiatives through the improved accessibility to the existing and new development sites. We're looking to contribute to the retention of existing businesses in the area, as well as encouraging new investment. The road widened to 2-lane single carriageway standards and increased provision for traffic capacity and major junctions along the A457 Dudley Road, with dedicating turning lanes, which form part of important part of the strategic highway network. With the improvement measures, we are looking to provide improved capacity at Winson Green Road Junction, Dudley Road, along with Western Road, Dudley Road signalised junctions. New signalised junctions at Heath Street, Dudley Road, and Stewart Street, Spring Hill. Upgrade new pedestrian crossings at all signalised junctions. We're providing cycling and pedestrian facilities and wide footways along the entire route. Primarily will form segregating cycling to the north side of the corridor, and there will be some shared facilities where space is prohibitive. Cycling measures will also include token crossing facilities and create links to the south side of the corridor. Provision of wider footways to the south side of the corridor with newer footway bridge adjacent to the existing Spring Hill Bridge. And realignment of junctions to facilitate the widening of Dudley Road corridor, and we're looking to provide continuous bus lane along the corridor to improve bus journey times and assist with the cross-city bus scheme going forward. Okay, so Zone A, in terms of the local shopping centre, we are now looking at the shopping centre towards the Sandwell boundary and Cape Hill. So you've got, just out of context, you've got your McDonald's just to the top left-hand corner of the screen. It's just off screen. So in terms of the provisions we're making along the Zone A, we're looking to formalise the existing parking restrictions along Zone A. This will coincide with the aspirations for the corridor in terms of traffic regulation orders. So we're formalising what's there now. It will be sort of tidal flow parking, so you can park during the AM peak on the south side of the corridor of Dudley Road, and during the PM peak on the north side of the corridor. That will link in with the bus lanes in terms of the operation of the bus lanes. So AM peak and PM peak. AM peak, the bus lanes will be operating towards the city, and then PM peak they will be operating out of the city. So in Zone A, that is what we're looking to do, formalise existing parking. Zone B, Belfield Road to Northbrook Street. This includes the Winston Green Road and Heath Street junction. So to the north side of Heath Street, we have a segregated cycling provision, and it does link across to the canal. And to the left side of Winston Green Road, we have a segregated cycle route, which obviously goes back down towards Dudley Road. There's also going to be a advisory cycle route to link into the hospital. Again, that'll be lining and signing up to the hospital. The junction itself will be improved, upgraded crossings. We are looking to widen the exit lane, sorry, the entry lane off Heath Street heading towards the city. And again, there are a number of capacity issues with the existing junction, and we do have a left-hand filter lane on the left-hand side there, heading towards Heath Street. Zone B, Belfield Road to Northbrook Street, including Winston Green Road and Heath Street. The segregated cycle link does continue down, as I mentioned before, towards Dudley Road, and there's two crossing facilities around the junction where cyclists can either continue towards the city centre across the junction, or head towards the park, Summerfield Park. As a cyclist, if you do want to go down Icknield Road, you will have a provision to go across the Dudley Road and across Icknield Road, and then join the network on road. As we sort of focus a bit more on the start of the shopping centre, we do have segregated cycling provision to the north side, and due to the existing constraints, we're unable to continue the segregated cycle route across the north side of the section. So therefore, that will be a shared facility, enabling a link across to continue on the main cycling link down the corridor on the northern side. The bus lanes, as I've mentioned before, you can see them in a sort of a lighter pink colour, and then you've got the existing parking in orange. As we work towards the Northbrook Street junction, The proposal for Northbrook Street Junction is to close the existing access and introduce a new signalised junction, enabling efficient traffic movement up Heath Street towards Winston Green Road, as well as ensuring the vehicles have an efficient way of continuing across towards Cape Hill. So on the northern side, the predominant segregated cycle route, as you can see, does go across the bridge, and again the bridge is obviously a constraint. There is a shared area around the existing bus stop due to the bus shelter, so that will become a shared area. And if I move on to the next sheet. So Zone C, Northbrook Street to Spring Hill Bridge. Zoom into this. The southern side of Dudley Road, as you pass Northbrook Street, is a shared footway. It links in with the emergency travel plan measures that we have. We're looking to formalise all the existing measures on Northbrook Street in line with the proposals for the corridor. They are obviously existing, and we're looking to retain them as part of the scheme. There will be a token crossing facility where you can make your way as a cyclist to the northern side and get across onto the segregated cycle route. As part of the cycle route, I think this was as part of the previous scheme. This does look to retain a number of trees on the frontage and avoid losing the trees on the frontage. We will have a separate footway at the back of the trees and a segregated cycling measure which continuously links across to the other side of the hospital. The hospital at some point will obviously be relocated to Sandwell, and then that will become housing in due course. The provisions that we do have for cyclists and pedestrians along at junctions, there will be a raised table, so pedestrians have a priority and cyclists have priority over side roads. So Zone C, Northbrook Street to Spring Hill Bridge. Western Road Junction will be modified and improved to a new layout which links in with the Soho Loop development to the south of Western Road. The northern side of the cycle loop continues across the treatment centre and then links into a crossing facility across Western Road. We have created some segregation along this section in terms of a central reserve, where we're prohibiting the existing movers coming out of the hospital just to the left, where you'd only be able to do a left in and a left out, and avoided that conflict and improve safety at that sort of access. We are also looking to improve the bus shelters on both sides. There will be a super stop both sides. That's the intention, and the existing bus stop pole that is currently positioned on the right hand side of the junction on Dudley Road, heading outbound, will be merged, as you can see from the note, to a bigger stop by the St Patrick's Church. All the signalised facilities will be token facilities at this junction, which will enable residents of the development to link onto the northern side to access the cycling provision. Just to the right hand side of the scheme, you can see we are proposing a new wider footbridge as part of the main scheme, so you can just see there. So again, that's a new provision, and it makes it easier for accessibility for pedestrians. As part of the bridge, we are looking to provide an access leading down to the canal. There is one on the opposite side which is existing, but as part of the new bridge we were looking to introduce a new access point on that. Okay, Zone D, Spring Hill Bridge to Spring Hill Roundabout. Again, where there's some existing parking provision, we are looking to retain the parking provision, which will be done in accordance with the corridor, maintaining off-peak parking. On the northern side, the segregated cycle route continues, and again there is a setback, but the pedestrians again there'll be a raised table there where the pedestrians have priority and the cyclists have priority to cross the junction safely. On the side roads, we have proposed again a raised table to provide additional provision for pedestrians across the junction of Stewart Street. So Zone D, Spring Hill Bridge to Spring Hill Roundabout. Again, we have the predominant segregated cycle route to the northern side of the corridor, which will link onto Ellen Street as an advisory cycle route, and which then links onto Higginson Street. But to the southern side, we also have a segregating cycling route facility, which terminates by Spring Hill Roundabout, and potentially as a future scheme there may be links to access into the city via a separate scheme. In terms of landscaping proposals for the entire scheme, once we have the scheme agreed and fixed layout, we have been in discussions with the landscape team, and there are locations where they will be looking to do landscaping provisions and measures as part of the scheme. Zone D, again, this is Spring Hill Bridge to Spring Hill Roundabout. This is the advisory cycle route which links up to Higginson Street onto the parallel route on Higginson Street, which you can as a cyclist then access into the city centre. Again, the section across the grass verge will be segregated, and we are looking to put some traffic double yellow lines around the junction to ensure vehicles aren't parking and blocking access for cyclists. The Zone E bar for the state. Now, this is these are some changes that we're looking to introduce due to the proposal to close Northbrook Street. At the moment, there's quite a lot of rat running which takes place up Northbrook Street and either across Dudley Road or doing a right turn down towards the hospital, and it's quite a contentious manoeuvre that takes place, and I suppose I mean, I've been on site and I have managed to see a few sort of near misses. However, we're looking to close that off, and we will then provide some additional traffic calming measures to sort of discourage people utilising this as a rat run. There will possibly be some signing that we're introducing on on the Equinoport Road as well to indicate to larger vehicles that there's no through access onto Dudley Road. Again, some double yellow lines. There'll be a raised table to slow traffic down. Again, around the two junctions, key junctions, we'll be looking to put some double yellow lines as well to prohibit parking and improve safety. The cycle link does link to NCN 5 on the canal, and the existing advisory cycle route will be maintained, and we're providing a new Toucan crossing to continue that for the cyclist as a smoother transition to get across to Summerfield Park. And this is the Zoney Barfoot Estate, the bottom side. So around the corner of Northbrook Street, we're looking to put some double yellow line parking measures, some speed cushions to discourage speeding, and a raised table around the corner of Northbrook Street. And again, Barfoot Road, Capello Road, we're looking to put some double yellow lines at that junction. Likewise, at the junction of Equinoport Road and Wigan Street, we're looking to put some double yellow lines and some speed cushions along Wigan Street to again discourage rat running. Okay, so that's the end of the consultation briefing session, and